Hey, well, good morning, everyone, team. Welcome back to the sessions. Let me start the session for today. Meanwhile, others can join parallelly, team. Sorry for yesterday, team. Actually, I would have informed you earlier. Even I didn't thought that yesterday the session will be canceling because as such, you might be knowing we have a demo yesterday for the new batch. And I thought that probably 10-15 minutes it might extend. But somehow or the other, people asking me the questions and it got extended, team. So it's an unplanned cancellation yesterday. Sorry for that. And that's why even I have not informed to you upfront regarding that. So hope you understand. So let us continue from today, team. So in the last session, team, on Monday, what we are talking, not Monday, I think Tuesday, what we were talking about, team, we were talking about actions, action reasons, and lookups in the system, team. We completed till lookups. And then I started with the concept of flex fields in the system, team. We have not configured them, but I started with the concept of flex fields in our last session, team. And I concluded the topic for that day on Tuesday. So what are flex fields in the Fusion system? I told you, team, any custom field that can be flexibly configured on any screens of the Fusion application on top of Oracle delivered seeded fields. They are called as flex fields, I told you. As part of that, we started with our DFF, team. See, KFF and extensible flex fields, we will talk in payroll module. And we have certain places in the system, team, where we can configure the key flex fields. But DFF is something global in concept. Means across the screens, wherever you want to configure the custom fields, team, we have DFF in place. DFF is what, team? Any custom field that can be flexibly configured on any screens of the application. That is called as flex field, team. I told you, let's suppose client given me this requirement to configure, team. Client is saying me, Kumar, while HR hiring the employee in the system, please give me this new field with these values to that Kumar. So here my client asking me, I told you, team, when we working on the flex fields, what is the first thumb rule that we have to follow? I told you, be clear with the client requirement first of all, team. What is the field or what are the fields that client asking, on which screen the requirement is there? My client asking me here, Kumar, while HR hiring. So my client group new person. When HR hiring the employee in the system, Kumar, on the main page here, on the hire an employee page here, we want this new field to be created. What is that? Employee project detail. So team, what we have to do, first come to the screen, team, on which you want to configure. Here, you have to check whether you have the provision to create the flex field or not. What I told you, wherever you want, you cannot create. On every page, Oracle designated. On every page, we have different sections, team. So Oracle will designate particular sections on the pages where we can define the custom fields, team. For that, what we have to do, I told you, be on the screen, come to the right side, settings and action, come to administration and click on highlight flex field, I told you. By doing this, what happens? Page reloaded, team. Whatever the available DFF sections on the page, they will highlight, I told you, team. See, if I scroll down, under personal details, something highlighted, team. And see these fields, employee, reward points, NK continent, MK count. Huh? What are these things, team? I told you, right? When you highlight the flex fields on the page, whatever the DFF sections, they will highlight. And whatever the custom fields, see, team, these all are the regular Oracle delivered standard fields on the page. But if you see a field bolded with a pencil button coming here, team, okay, come to the conclusion that they are not standard Oracle delivered fields. Someone in this environment, team, like you and me, while they're practicing DFF, they created these custom fields, team. So you can also identify the DFFs on the pages like this team. And see, when you highlight under which section we have the provision, here I have team. If I keep my cursor on that, per person's DFF, person's attribute. So this is the DFF section available team. If I go to next tabs, even I have shown you that team in the last session. When I go to person information, I have the DFF sections there. When I go to employment info, see team, it's not about hire an employee task. Again, I keep on telling you multiple times. Example, I have taken this screen. It could be any screen in the system. It could be any screen in the system team. It's not about only hire an employee or any other screen team. You take absence, payroll, every module, any screen you take, the concept remains same. So now be on the screen where your client want to configure the custom field. So on this screen, identification tab, my client asking, this is the custom field to be created. Okay. So how you can define that team? How you can define that team? You highlighted the flex field. Now you came to know under personal details, we have the provision team. So wherever I want, here my client asking, Kumar, empty place is there, no create. No, I cannot. Or Kumar, under basic details you create. No, I cannot. We have a limitation. Oracle will decide under which section on the page we have the availability. So under personal details section, I have a descriptive flex field section available. Per person's DFF, person's attribute. So team, to start configuring, go to settings button here team. Hammer and wrench is there. Configure descriptive flex field. Come to the DFF section, go to that configure descriptive flex field team. You will be open to the one more tab towards the right. Flex mode setup, manage flex fields. The DFF section is what team? Person's attribute. That is what, right? See, person's attributes, per person DFF. That you landed upon team here. See, so after you coming here team, click on the pencil symbol here, edit button team, click on it. You will land upon edit descriptive flex field section of person's attribute, the DFF section team, person's attribute, per person DFF. Here team, you have global segments. From now onwards, when I use a word segment, from now onwards, when I use a word segment, nothing but field, custom field that I'm going to create in this system team. Segment means field. So when you edit team, global segments, you could see employee reward points, NK county, MK cousin. That is what team here someone defined. No, see under this section on the screen, employee relation, NK continent, MK count. Okay, see. These are the flex fields team. So whatever we written in the prompt that will display, I will show you team. See, someone already in this demo instance under this DFF section, they defined when you are working in the real-time projects team in your client application, when you come to hire an employee, till date of birth only you will see team under personal details. These attributes not available team. Someone in this demo instance for their practice purpose, they defined it. Okay. So here you come to this configuration team, flex mode setup, global segment. If you want to create the new field under this section team, person's attribute, click on plus icon. You will land upon create segment team. Nothing but create field. Create segment means what? Create field. I want field with this name team. Employee project detail under person's attribute, per person's DFF, the flex field section team. Segment I'm creating here. Name, you can give that field name. The moment you give the name, okay, the moment you give the name, automatically code and API name taken up team. Srinivas and Raj, both of your questions will come in next 10 minutes when I'm configuring it. Okay. So here, the moment you give the name, code concept, we know the unique ID for many things in the Fusion system we have, and API name. What is API name team? If anyone from technical backgrounds are there, middlewares or integration backgrounds, you know what are APIs, how we will use in the system team. See, basically team, in the integration, see, specify a name that identifies the segment in web services, reporting and other segments, other integrations team. See, basically team, whenever any integrations we are having in your client implementation team, let's assume client using core HR and absence in Fusion system, payroll module, they might be using some third party tool, ADP or SAP, something team. So from Fusion system, every day, the data have to be transferred to the third party. So there are several ways team for integrating two systems through web services, through our BI reports, through SFTP, we can send the trigger stream to the third party system, or through OIC, Oracle's own integration cloud, we have team. There are several ways. But team, whenever you're developing that integration team, you will write the logic. What all information of the employee, what attributes information of the employee to fetch up in that report to send team. During that time, if you want to pull this DFF information of the employee in that logic stream, you have to use this APIs. Okay. Custom names, no, whatever the name you have given, by default, it will take up team. If you want to go with this, you can rewrite, but usually not required. Okay. So this is something from the core technical perspective, useful team. Whenever any integrations developed in that report fetching, in that logic, if you want to pull this particular field information team, this APIs will be used team to pull the information of this field of the employee. So that is what. But from functional perspective, it's not required to you team. Just you focus, name you give, code automatically will come, that will take up team. Description, optional team, but make sure this is enabled. Then only this field will be visible in the front end team once you create it. If not, it won't show that. Then team, column assignment. See, basically in Fusion system, whatever that we're doing in the front end, for everything we have in the backend database, different tables team. Okay. See, today I'm hiring an employee. I'm capturing the basic details, personal details. All these information will be stored in the backend database tables team. In our BIP reports classes, you will understand what is HCM database in the system, how to, or what are the different tables we have, different columns we have, how to write a report by pulling out the reports, columns, data, that we will see in BIP area team. But here, while you configuring, this is a custom field you are defining team now, where these fields should be stored in the backend in this particular DFF table. Okay, in which column this particular field should store. So for the DFFs also team, we have the respective tables team. So in that backend database table, in which column this particular field should be storing team, that we have to capture here. Column assignment team. Here, data type, we have to choose. Okay, you are creating custom field. What data type field it is team? In this field, you are going to capture what sort of data? Character format. Oracle supports team 4 data types team. Character, number, date and time. These are the 4 data type fields Oracle support in the system team. Employee project detail is a field. What data type field it is? In this field, what sort of data you are going to maintain? Actually, these are characters format team. Okay, these are character formats team. PROJECT. So in this field, I'm going to maintain characters type of data team. Correct? So here we have to select team. While you creating a segment field, what type of field it is team? Character, number, date type. My client want a field where I have to capture numbers in that team, 20, 30, 40, like that team. Then I have to create with number. Or if you see team here, date of birth field is there team. This is what type team? Calendar coming. This field is nature is what? Calendar format team. If I'm expecting a field like this, calendar I want team, then I have to choose this data type of date and time combination team. So these are the 4 data types that Oracle accept in the system while you configuring the custom field. Means in that field, either you can capture character format data, number format data, date or date and time. Now my requirement is team characters, project A, B, C, D. These are in the character format team, English characters. The values I'm going to maintain in this field is. So team, I will choose the data type as character. When I choose that, table column will automatically trigger accordingly of that data type. See, the moment I choose character, table column attribute 3 came. What is this team? This is what I'm telling team. In the backend, in the DFF table team, we have different columns. This particular field of character type to be stored in which column of this table, that mapping we will be doing here team. So here team, we can check out here attribute 3, 4, 5. Where is 1 and 2, Kumar? Prior to us, under this DFF section, someone created 2 more fields. See, and this is of number format team, but character format, NK continent, MK count, 2 fields under this section, someone defined team. So attribute 1 and 2 occupied for that. Now, third segment of character type I am creating under this section in this instance team. So that's why attribute 3 came. But whenever you first working team, it will start with attribute 1. So attribute 3, 4, 5. If I go to search team, if I give a blank search, how many attributes are available here? See, type is varchar, means character type team. If I scroll down, 30 attributes are available team. So it means what team? Under this DFF section, what is that? Person's attribute or per person's DFF team. Under this DFF section only, I am configuring this flex field now. Under this person's attribute DFF team, I can create 30 character type segments. In an interview, you might get a question team. What are flex fields? You will explain. Interviewer might want to understand your real-time knowledge. They will ask you, Acha, okay, how many maximum segments you can create under a section? Okay, you are telling flex field means custom fields. How many maximum fields you can create under a section? So team, under this person attributes team, 30 character type segments I can define. Why I can tell you like this, you have to find out team. While you creating a segment, whatever the data type you choose, how many table column attributes are available team? If you come and check out, you can understand that. So 30 type character type segments I can define in the system team under this person attributes. Then team, if the field is of number type, then if I come here team, this will change. See, attribute. Why attribute number 2 started? Because here employee reward point, someone defined of number formatted field already team. It was allocated to that. So number 2 started team. So here, how many types available from attribute number type segments? If I scroll down, 20. So team, I can create under this person attribute DFF section 30 character type fields, 20 number type fields. Then if it is a date formatted field, if I'm creating team, if I come the columns, it will come accordingly. See, attribute date 1. So for date type fields not configured here. So first column started with 1 team, the attribute column. So if I give a blank search, how many are there team? Attribute date 15. So date is of 15. Then 10 date and time, like that we can define team. So if in an interview, if you are, definitely this question will be asked at team. How many maximum segments you can define? Raj, your question answered here. How many maximum segments you can create? Custom fields you can create under a DFF section. 30 character type, 20 number type, 15 date type, then 10 date and time. This is not static. It's a dynamic team. Every page, same rule of law applicable, Kumar? No. Under this DFF section, we have this leverage. In every DFF section, in every page, the count might vary team. You have to tell to the interviewer. See, ideally, the count is not static, but DFF section to section, we can understand based upon the table columns. So usually 30 character, 20 number, 15 date, 10 date and time, like that, we have a limitation. You can answer team. So while you configuring the segment, column assignment important. So I'm creating character type. So I'm saving it in attribute 3. So team, in the backend, in the DFF table, in this attribute 3 column, this field will be storing. Whenever in the system, in the BIP reports, when you are writing a query to extract the employee's data, you want to fetch this field information. You can pull this column from this table team. This field will be stored in this column in that table team. So that is column assignment. What type of field? Which column you are storing that field information, that team. Then validation team. Here you will get a concept called a value set. What is this team? My client expecting me a field with a list of drop-down values like this. So team, we have a concept called a value set. What is value set team? What is value set team? List of values given to customly created DFFs or flex fields are called as value sets team. Kumar, last session you told us lookups, no? That is nowhere related to this concept? No. But it looks similar only, not to Kumar. This is a field. These are the list of values you have to maintain, you are telling. And you are telling you have a concept of value set. List of values given to customly created flex field. Then what are lookups? Lookups also same concept only, no, you told. The list of drop-down values, no? Here, these things. Male, female, title. Yes, team. Understand clearly here. Lookups for Oracle delivered standard fields. Lookups means what, team? The list of values available to the seeded Oracle delivered fields. For that to customize, we call it as lookups team. But value set is nothing but team. The list of values available to the customly created flex field. So if you're defining a custom field, you want for that field list of values to be added. We have something called a value set. So you have to create a value set with that list and you have to map for that field team. Lookup is only for Oracle delivered seeded fields in the system team. But value set for our flex fields in the system, we have team. Value set. So within value set team, we have different types of value sets to discuss team. I will list out, I'll show you them team. Types of value sets we have team. What are they? What are they? We have format only type. Okay. Then we have independent value set. Then we have dependent value set. Then we have subset type of value set. And we have table type of value set team. So within value set team, we have types of value sets team. Let us see what are they one by one team. So here my requirement is this one team. This is the field to be created. So I started with the field. Now I have to map the list of values to that field. So we have value set concept team in the system. Then and there itself, while you creating the new segment, okay, create value set, we have team here to map here. Create value set. You will land upon that team. Create value set. So I'm defining team. By name I'm giving for understanding purpose. Employee project details, value set, description. Then module team. This screen is in core HR module. So global HR. So the module also you can choose accordingly team. The module name is global human resource. Okay. Global human resource. You can select that team. Here team, while you creating the value set, validation type, we have all these things. See, format only, independent, dependent, subset, table. So these are the different types of value sets we have in the system team. Format, independent. See team, if you're expecting a free form field team like this, you want a field like this, free form, means HR can write in that whatever he want team. You want to create that field, free format field team. While you creating the value set team, you create with the format only. Format only when you create. No need to give any values in this team. Just a blank value set you can assign team. Format only means free form field. If you want to define team, you create format only type of value set team. Format only means the field will come like this. The field will come like this, blank free form field team. That is what you can go with that one. But my requirement is not that. I am expecting a field with list of values team. So I'm defining team now. The most ideally used value set in the projects is independent. So that I'm going to define team. Employee project details value set. So team, what is dependent subset table? I will come team. Probably if time permits today or tomorrow team. But team, this is something important type. 90% in real-time projects when you are working, independent type of value set only you will create. Independent means you will create a value set and you will map what values you want in that team. See, independent. Dependent table subset, I will tell you. Independent, I'm selecting team. Okay. Then data type. Now, while you configuring the value set team, this is the value set I'm defining team. What format of values you are going to create? These are in characters, numbers. So if the field is character means the value set also you have to go with character type, data type. If it is number value set, number, date like that team. So character. Then team. See, security enable this level of security restriction not required team means within the roles concept team, the user who log in the HR, whatever the roles he have, based on that role, the values visibility you want to restrict team, you can enable team. We have a concept called data security resource concept in our roles team. So whoever have this in their role, only they can able to access the field values team. But usually no one will go to that extent in a project team. You can leave it light. Okay. See, allow data security policies to control user access to the values in value set. Like my client telling Kumar, whenever HR come, the visibility of the values of that field to be decided based upon his role. Then you can enable security restrictions team, if at all not required. Then team, when you creating the value set team, independent type, character wala, subtype, you can give team, text, translated text, numeric digits, time. If it is a character format team, you can choose text or translated. Text means you want to maintain the values in the regular English only. Okay, these are an English format team. You can go with that. Let's say my client using the system in their own native language, Chinese client, Chinese, these values, they want it in Chinese, or these values. I mean to say, when HR click the field, in the drop down, the value should come in their native language team, in Chinese, in Arabic or something. Then you have to go with translated text. If they're in English, go with text team. When you're creating a value set of number type, then you can go with number. If it is date and time like that team. I'm going with text team. Then maximum length. I will tell you what is this. As of now, I'm giving 5 team. Okay. These things, just to keep it on hold for 2 minutes, I will tell you. Just I given maximum length as 5. Now team, whenever you creating the value set team, okay, click on save button. Okay. Okay. Click on save button. Then see team, manage value scheme. So this is a value set we are creating. Now we have to add whatever the values to that value set team, project A, B, C, D. For that field, what you are expecting, that values you want to map team. Go to manage values. Okay, manage values under this value set. Click on plus icon. And here team, you have to create team project A. Okay, description is optional, value you can give, enable, start date, end date, optional. If you want, you can give 1/1/1950, 1/30, 1/12. Sort order means in the front end, when we click on this field drop down, which value should show first, second, third, first. It will work in ascending to descending order team. Sorting. First, I want project A. Now see team, I have added and I'm saving it team. System will throw up some error message. What is that team? The value project A is too long. What is too long? In value set employee project details VS. Okay. Project details VS. The length of the value cannot exceed 5 characters. The length of the value cannot exceed 5 characters. Means team, in this value set, the length of the value, length means PROJECT 7, 8. It's 8 characters lengthy word, but it should not exceed 5 characters, my system. Who told that? The value size should not exceed 5 characters. System telling me here. Why? I given no here. Come back. See, maximum length 5 characters. So team, while you creating the value set team, character format, when you go to values, how lengthy words we can use in that, you can decide from here team. So now I'm giving 10 characters or 15 characters lengthy word. So in the value set, when I'm adding the values team, the length of the value, if it is 15 characters, system will take, or less than that, it will take. More, it won't take. Then minimum, maximum, when it will come, if I'm creating a value set of number format, I'm going to maintain the values in number. Minimum, it should start with what? Maximum, it should start with what? Okay. 1 second, team. Minimum value, maximum values you can use in that case. When, if you are going with number type value set, take it as an exercise today. Everyone practice this. Check out how the validation is working out team. Okay. This is in number time. If I keep only uppercase only team, what happens, in the values, when I'm giving all the characters, I have to give big letters, PROJECT. All capital letters I have to give team. Uppercase means that one. Okay. Okay. You check out, sir, Mahesh, that you have to practice maximum. There is nothing limitation like that, but usually see basic understanding how big characters we will maintain in any field. Hardly 10 characters, 15 characters maximum, right? But there is nothing limitation like that. Usually till 30 you can try, but you try it out. What system is allowing? That's what we have to check in the system. Okay. Then minimum, maximum, if you want, you can able to give team uppercase. Zero fill if you give team, whenever you configuring the number type value set team, by default, the values will come with 0. Whatever we are passing will not validate team. But that is usually not required. Ignore that team. So here I am going with team character format of 15 character lengthy. Save. Then manage values. Now you give team. System will take up accordingly. Sort order. Okay. Then team project B. All values team. You add it in the list here. Next. Project B. 1 second. Team. Project B. Okay. And then team sort order 2. This one team. Then project C. Okay. Sort order 3. Then team project D. Okay. Like this, all values. Don't ask me how many values I can create here. There is no limitation like that team. We can create as many we can. But typically, whatever your client maximum values, we can define that accordingly. Project K. Okay. Like this team, all values you can create in your value set team. So for lookups concept, what we have team for seeded fields to customize the list of drop down lookups we have. But for our flex fields, DFFs team, if you're expecting a field with a list of values, we have to create a value set. So I'm creating with independent type team as of today. Save and close. Okay. Okay. So here team, when you come to the segment creation, the value set mapped here team, right? So while you're creating a field, you have to map the value set. Now, required range is not required. Here, required button team. What is this required button? If you are expecting a custom field like this star mark, you want to make that field mandatory. Okay, we have to checkbox this one team required. Then whatever the custom segment you are creating, that will come with star mark team required. If you're not checking, field will come just like this optional team. But if you want to get your field mandatory, make it required team. Then initial default. What is this team? Team, let me keep everyone in mute. Sorry for that. Yeah. Initial default. What is this team? See, when I came to this screen team, my client telling that, Kumar, whenever HR hiring an employee, whatever the field you are creating, by default, that should come with a particular value. So whatever the values in this value set you map a team, project A, B, C, T, you can make it as a default here team. Okay. Okay. Here we have to maintain team. Let's say my client telling me, Kumar, by default, this value should show Kumar. You can maintain that team. Here, project A, default value from this value set you can give. So whenever in the system, when we come to this particular screen, the field by default will come with that value team, that is project A. Default, but you can click on the drop down. You can click on the drop down. Okay. You can able to what do you say, when you can click on the drop down, you can give further values, but by default from this value set, any value that you want to make it default. So as soon as HR come to the screen, the field will come with project A, default value for that field team if you want. If not, from this value set, you have table value set concept team. If you use SQL, you can use a query here from the existing tables in the system. If you want to retrieve any value for this field for defaulting team, you can use that. But defaulting concept, I'm not enabling team because as such not required for that field, because it's HR will and wish to choose what value to be given team. Then display properties team. Here you are creating a field with this name, employee project detail. How exactly you want in the front end. Display name means in the front end display, how you want that field name to be coming up. Whatever you pass in the prompt here, that field name will come to you. It's a label name. This is segment. Same exactly the name you want in the front end. You can give that same team. Prompt. Whatever we pass in prompt team, this will show in the front end accordingly team. Then display type. How you want this field in the front end to come. See, one field with list of drop down is there. Here I have one field with the checkbox is there team. See, I can checkbox this one. And I have a field with different types. Okay. So how you want this field team? Let's say one field is of text box is there. How you want type of that field, we have to select a team. See, list of values, checkbox, drop down list, text box. Text box means it's a plain text box. It will come like this team. But my field, I'm expecting with a list of values team. So go with type as list of values so that the field will come with list of drop down team. So how you want your field, you can select that accordingly team. I want with list of values, I'm giving that team. Then display size and display height. So here if you see observe team, this field is little bit lengthy, and this field little bit shorter. This is much more shorter. Display size means in the front end when the field can generating, how lengthy the field. See, this field looks very abnormal, right? Very lengthy. Someone in this instance who practicing when they created, they have given very big numbers team. Length, display size means how lengthy. So you can go ideally 15 is the good size team, 15. Then display height team. Okay, this field is little bit slim. This field is bulgy. How big size you want that field to be team. Length, width. Size means length. Height means width. How bulgy it should be. So usual standard, we will go with 15 and 15. If you give display size as 30, 40, the behavior will be like this. How lengthy the field generated team here? It looks very abnormal team. So size and height. So these are display properties team. How you want field to be coming up in the front end. Read only if I select team, it's useless. In the front end field will come with non-editable mode. I can't input anything. Read only mode, it will come team. So don't select this one. Then team, definition help text, instruction help text. What is this? I will write here. I will deploy the flex field and I will show you team. Definition help text. Okay. Mandatory. Okay. Mandatory to capture for payroll processing. Okay. I'm giving like this team. Instruction help text. Choose one among the list of values, something like this I'm giving team. What are these? I will tell you. Definition help text, instruction help text means what means. Just in 2 minutes, I will tell you that. Then team, whenever you creating a custom segment, make sure this is checkbox at team, BI enabled. Because if this segment to be stored in this column in this table, this has to be checkbox at team. If not, just a field will create and it will hang in the system in the UI. That will not store in the system in the backend in this tables team. That is mandatory. Labels are not required. Click on save and close team. Here you can see your project details. Someone defined reward points, county. So this is our project details field we created team. Here, even here also team sequencing. First project reward points coming. Next NK continent count is coming. So under this section, after date of birth, which field should display first, second, third? Here also we have sequence team. For this, I am giving team 05. 05 means above 10 we have. Ascending order to descending order, it will work team. Now let us see how it will behave. So this is the segment I defined team. Save and close. Once we work on the flex fields team, the status of this will change to be edited. We have to deploy the flex field team. Then only the status will come with deployed. If you are not doing this team in the front end, the flex field will not be created. Whenever you are working in the flex field, make sure you deploy it. See, deployment completed successfully. Click on OK. Now see, the status changed to deployed. Then immediately don't go and check team. We have to sign out of the application and sign in again team. This is a standard protocol we have to follow team. We have to sign out and sign in. Then only the changes will get reflected in the system. Now go to my client group, new person. See, demo instances will take slight bit of time, but in real-time environments of your client team, immediately once you sign out and sign in, they will show. But let me check out team. My client group, new person, I'm going to hire an employee team. So I told you, right, team demo instances will take slight bit of time. Let me do a couple of more times. Usually, you don't need to do these many times. Once if you do sufficient team, but our training servers will be slightly slow performed as per the performance team. We might have to do multiple times. So again, one more time I'm doing. But just one time if you sign out and sign in, sufficient team. Now go to sign in. Okay. And now check out team. My client group, new person, and then hire an employee. Now see team, if I come here, under my date of birth, above employee reward points, MK continent, MK count, my employee project details came. That too with star marked, required. See, my custom field I created, no? Employee project detail and also team. I have a list of drop down coming up. See, project A, B, C, D, E, K. See, so length 15 and height 15. If I give, the field looks nice. The size, see, the size looks nice. Someone for this probably given some 50, 100, some values team. That is why these fields are very abnormally looking here. And see team, if I keep my cursor over that, a pop-up text message coming to me. What is that team? Mandatory to capture for payroll processing. What is that? definition help text. So while we configuring a flex field, you want to give information about that field team. Why underline is there means that definition help text is enabled. That is why team. Okay. So HR don't know what is that field. If they keep the cursor over that field team, they can understand for what purpose we have that field. Then if I keep my cursor here, one more pop-up coming. Choose one among the list of values. Instruction help text. Instructions we are passing for the HR team, how to use that field. So while we configuring the field just 2 minutes back, definition help text and instruction help text what we given, they were coming up like this here team. So this is how we can define our custom and even see team why A, B, C, D, E, K coming in the sequential order. Sorting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When I'm creating a value set, as per the sorting, the display is there. Even these fields also, as per the sequence, I have given number 5 team sequence that stood first in the display here team. So this is how team, okay, this is how team we can able to create our custom fields on any screens of the application team. One more if you want, then go there team. Now if you highlight the flex field team, even your segment also will get highlight. See here, see employee project detail also bolded team. So you can go and you can create further more segments if you want team. So this is the same approach, not only on this page team, wherever the screen you be on, highlight the flex field, whatever the DFF section highlights, go to that, then configure your fields team. Now, I will also show you one more shortest way of creating the custom segment under the DFF section team. Now the approach is what? We have to go to settings button, then edit, then global segments plus icon. But here if you observe team, under the DFF section team, here we directly have an option called add global segment. What is this team? The same thing you are doing here also. See, if you go to settings button, if you go to settings button, here, you're doing the same thing. Global segment, you're adding team. But directly I have a C team. This is the shortest way of creating the segment team. This is also, you can use team. How? After highlighting the DFF team, rather than going to the settings button, directly if I click on plus icon team, then and there itself I can create a custom field. But the format of creation will slightly differ team. See, a pop-up page came. So I can create then and there itself. System asking me data type. What data type field you want to create? Character, number, date and time. You can select team. What formatted data type field you want. It's a character type. Then display. Directly you can give team. Prompt. What is the field name you want? Let's say I want something like employee type. One field I am defining team. Let's assume employee type. Just then how you want this field? You want a just text field like this, plain text field you want, or you want with a checkbox like this, the field should come with checkbox, or you want with a drop down list of values. How you want team? I want with drop down list of values. I'm selecting team. Then here when you select the display type team, the list of values, directly you can create team, the values to the field here. Then display size team, 15 I am giving. Here we don't have separately for length and breadth team. For both one format only we have to choose 15. Size of the field, width of the field, you can maintain here in only one size, 15. For both it will be 15 and 15 it will take. Then API name, that will automatically take up from this. Then team, definition help text and instruction help text. These things team, how we given the messages here. So as of now, I will give team something like test, something I'm giving as of now. Then behavior of the field team. You want this field to be coming as mandatory or you want it optional team, you can do it accordingly for that also. Okay. Required means mandatory. Read only means, I told you, right? It will come with non-editable. You don't go with that. Then default value. By default, if you want a field with any value team, you can pass with that. Or the list of values team. Here you can give, let's say, my client employee type, right? Let's say I'm giving team white collar employee, blue collar employee. Like that, I have options team. Directly team, you can pass white collared. blue collar, then contract or part-time employee, okay, part-time employee, whatever the values I want for that field team, directly I can pass it. It's a quicker way to create a segment. See, field is employee type, okay, display type, list of value, size I given, then API name, definition, instruction, behavior, list of values team. That's all. You can save and deploy team. Deployment is happening. Then and there itself, the deployment also will happen team. Now see here, completed. Now what we have to do every time after we working on flex fields, I told you, sign out and sign in. Let me do that. Let me do that and check out team whether the field created or not. Let us see. Click on confirm, then sign in. Okay. Click on confirm, sign in. As I told you, multiple times I will do because in demos it is taking slight bit of time. Let me again sign in. Okay. Then one more time I am signing out and signing in. Usually once it is sufficient. Again, I am telling you team. Okay. Now let me go and check what happens. See, my client group, new person, hire an employee, right? Now see team, employee project details we define and see employee type. See, with star market, definition text, test I given no, that is why. Here also, test I given no, that is why. See the values, blue collar, part-time, white collar. See, then and there itself also we can define. Now, if you highlight the flex field team, if you highlight the flex field team, and if you go to the DFF section, this is also part of this section only. If you go here, that will come in the list team. See, if you come here, edit team, in the global segments, that will also will come and add here. See, employee type. So by default, the value set will take up with this name team. Whatever the flex field name is there, per person name, underscore, the field name team, API name, it will take up like that team. So you can create the flex field like this also team. You have a global segment option, then and there itself you can even define team. Or come to the flex field from here in the global segments, you can define team. This is about creation of flex field in the system, but it's not yet completed. Tomorrow also, 1 full hour, we have to discuss with the flex fields concept only. Why? We define within flex fields, when we're talking about value sets team, only these two we discussed. What is dependent subset table we have to see. And within flex fields, there is one extension concept. Here we have something called context value. See, what is this team? From day one, when we configuring our enterprise, divisions, legal entity, locations, everywhere, along with action reason, context value field is coming. I told you that is part of DFF team. Within DFF, we have context sensitive DFF concept team. So we have to talk about that as well. So tomorrow we will be touch basing about the other types of value sets, and context value type descriptive flex field is what we will see team. Now let me go to the questions for today. I can see a very long queue in the questions for today. Let me first take up them and I will come to your questions team. Bhaskar, if we enable DFF in Hire page, how that will display in Redwood page? I can see some job email. In Redwood, it won't automatically show. Earlier, we used to customize them through HCM Design Studio in responsive, Bhaskar. But if you want that again in Redwood, you have to do the page customization through VBCS, through Visual Builder Studio, you have to do. By default, it won't reflect there, okay? Whatever we're doing here. And then what is the major difference in creating field through DFF or add global section, Mahesh? We don't have anything, Mahesh. There are two different approaches, that's all. There is nothing in place that if you create with this, there is a limitation or there, nothing like that. You can opt any of the approach that you are configuring. And Deepika Chaudhary, can we control which DFF segments are displayed or hidden based on the user roles? If you want, you can do that, but straightforward solution is not there, Deepika. Through Page Composer, through Sandbox, you have to customize that through EL expression. You have to write a logic. If this is the role, the user have access, then the visibility to be yes or else no. through that way you can achieve. But straightforward solution we don't have to restrict the visibility based on the role. And can DFF values populate automatically based on the other field values like field dependency? That we have in the context sensitive flex field concept is that only. Tomorrow when I'm going to explain, you will understand that. And can we change display type later point of time? You can do that, not an issue. Can we restrict field length for value user inputs to field like only 20 characters? Yeah, we can give that. Means we are not inputting here. We are using the values in the value set. So while you creating the value set only, display type you're asking to 20 characters. Limit, if you want to restrict that, again, page composer, you have to validate that attribute through sandbox. You have to set up EL expression there and you have to get this validation. You can achieve all this, but these all are customizable things. Through this page composer tool in sandbox, we have to do that, but it's doable. And Venkatesh, can we do the same help text for standard fields? Standard fields help text we cannot do. Only for DFFs only we have that flexibility, Venkatesh. And Bhaskar, generally for system delivered fields to make mandatory will enable sandbox transaction design studio. Correct. DFF itself that clearly understand, but still we can do any place transaction studio, but DFF that we can decide while, yes, correct. For DFFs, we will decide while we creating them, but for the rest of the fields, what you are saying is correct. Through sandbox only, we will do that one. And Seshu Chandra, why do we need to define data type at column assignment level and value set level? See, usually that field type, what is that we are defining, what data type field that is. See, value sets, why system asking means whatever the value set we created now here, I can use the same value set for other fields also. So value set is a global concept. Employee project detail value set, now I created with these values issue. I can use this value set for some other fields also on some other pages if required. Okay, that value is only client expecting. So to make it independent, again at the value set level, system asking what data type value set that is. So that is why we have that. And Mehara, hi Kumar, is supposed to be counted or included as a value between. Usually it will be also counted, Mehara. And what is the max length for value? As Mahesh, I told you can check out. There is nothing limitation as such in the system, but you can check out like, what is that. You can give 100, you give check out whether it's allowing or not, like that. Aravind, hi Kumar, can we use the security enable feature for Oracle delivered fields? If so, how do we enable that? Oracle delivered field security feature means same as Deepika asking Aravind. We have to use page composer, EL expression we have to insert, role logic we have to write there. So that is a thorough customization to be implemented in the system, but is achievable. And is an option for alphanumeric values. See, Arvind, in the characteral format, when you are giving alphanumeric, if you give system will take up, no problem in that. You can insert that. And can we manually update the code and API name while creating? I think this was answered already. How many flex fields are allowed in your screen? Raj Palaniswamy. Raj, I think this we have discussed here. As I told you, characters, how many, number, how many, date and time, how many. So accordingly, that will get validated. Okay. So team, this is about the concept of flex field. Very important. Definitely in your projects, you need to work on. There is no other option team because it's very quite common requirements from the client we will receive team. Example, I have taken up the hiring screen, but it could be any screen in the system. The process of
Hello.
this we followed is yes. Yes, Bhaskar.
So
Yeah,
can
Bhaskar.
we request to the Oracle to increase the attribute limit when the client requires, like
No,
from 30 to 35,
no,
like that?
we cannot do that. It's a global feature for every customer Oracle giving. We cannot have that. See, if that is the case, we can have that creating of fields in some other pages like that. But usually they will be far sufficient. Why? Because in this page we have only one section Bhaskar. But when we go to other screens, you will have 2, 3 sections also in each pages. So you have different sections available. You can accommodate it accordingly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, team, I'll conclude here for today. Let's join back tomorrow, team. Thank you.